Bosnia, a country of 4.6 million people located in southern Europe, is a multi-racial country. Bosnia has three main religious and racial groups: the Serbs, the Muslim, and the Croats. As of 2010, 45% of the people are unemployed. Bosnia's economy was and still is next to nothing. And what caused all this? Genocide. To fully understand how this genocide could occur, we have to go back to the World War II. During that time, Hitler ordered the Nazi troops to murder and kill almost 1 million Serbs and Muslims. Even after the World War II ended, the Serbs still had a sense of hatred towards the Croats. So after World War II ended, a communist leader by the name of Marshal Tito took power and managed to rule over Yugoslavia with an iron fist. However, after he died, many countries like Serbia, Croatia, Macedonia, and Bosnia declared independence and split away from Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia then split into two republics, Serbia and Montenegro. A man named Slobodan Milosevic rose to power in Serbia, and by using Serbian nationalism, preaching to everyone about Greater Serbia. In this Greater Serbia, Bosnia was meant to be part of it. However, there was one problem: there were Muslim and Croat civilians living there. So Milosevic started with ethnic cleansing, forcibly removing Muslims and Croats from their home. However, soon things got out of control and the Serbs were mass executing male Muslims and Croats to scare away the rest of them from Bosnia. Started in the early 1992 and ended in the late 1995, the Serbs managed to remove 2.3 million Croats and Muslims from their home and massacred almost 200,000 civilians. To this day, there are still disputes in Bosnia that NATO has to help stop. Which brings us to our next point: how did the international community respond during the genocide? When the genocide first started, America and many other international governments refused to acknowledge that it is genocide. However, the UN decided to send in a peacekeeping force and establish 6 safe zones in Bosnia, where they promised to protect the Muslims that were there. However, soon, one by one, all of those places fell to the Serbs' control. One of the most infamous failed zones happened at Srebrenica. When the UN troops retreated, the Serbs massacred 8,000 Bosnian Muslims that the UN promised to protect. Soon afterwards, America was forced into action by its people, leading bombing raids against the Serbs military, and soon afterwards the Serbs decide to negotiate peace as they create a multi-racial country called Bosnia. However, to this day, NATO still has to keep forces in Bosnia to separate away the Serbs away from the Muslim Croats to stop them from killing each other. Mr. Montgomery, a volunteer NATO soldier who was in Bosnia during 1995 to 1996, said that the war in Bosnia is like a boxing match. People just keep punching at each other. A person can take a heavy hit, but they will just come right up and keep punching. All we can do is separate them apart so that they can have some breathing room to think about what is going on and not get caught up in the passion of killing each other. Samantha Power was a journalist that witnessed the Bosnia genocide. During that time, America refused to accept that genocide was happening in Bosnia. In a fit of rage and frustration, Mrs. Power left Bosnia and went back to the state and wrote a book called A Problem from Hell, which talks about America's foreign policy towards genocide. Mrs. Power was one of the most outspoken members of Obama's State Department team concerning genocide in other countries. When her book was published, it caused a national outcry and the public demanded that America do something about the genocide, which they eventually did. In conclusion, Mr. Montgomery said that America did not act as far as it should have because they did not have an interest there. Is aid only given to those who can benefit us? What does that say about our moral groundings towards other human beings? If one day your own country goes into a civil war and genocide is occurring, wouldn't you want other countries to come and help you? If we don't take the first step towards helping them, how do we know if they will come and help us if we need them to? Napoleon once said, "The world suffers a lot, not because of the violence of bad people, but because of the silence of good people." If we are all not to do anything about genocide, what is stopping genocide from occurring to us?